I hope all is well. It's another glorious Sunday. It was a very productive Sunday actually for me. I was at first service in the church I normally go to, second service, another church. I learned something new there. And afterwards I spent some time with my mentor. A lot of wisdom was shared. And now it's time for action, action, action. And it's just after 8. The day is still young. Still a lot to do before we enter this week flying. I'm looking forward to it. Today was very amazing. I would like to actually start this way. Everything in life that is of worth, of value, will cost you something. It will cost you something. Many people like clean things, but they don't like cleaning. Some people want things to work out, but they don't want to work. Many people want to be given to, but they don't like giving. It's just like not going to work somewhere and then expecting to be paid by that company. It doesn't make sense. It's silly. It's like going to Google headquarters and saying, I worked for you last year, but you didn't work. It's silly. It doesn't make sense. In the same way, no seed, no harvest. No input, no output. No faith, no result. No giving, no receiving. I mean, if we're waiting to get something from nothing, we may be waiting forever. If we are waiting to get something from nothing, we're going to be waiting forever. I believe that we should give God something to bless. In life, this is one thing I've discovered. God has his part to play. We have our part to play. God's part is always sure. He can never fail. It's always the human factor that is the variable. It's the human factor. In any equation, it's the human factor. The God factor is always sure. You can be sure that God will deliver. Give, and it shall be given unto you. Oh, yes. If you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move. But you got to have faith first before God will move. You give, but you got to give first before I'm going to bless. If you bring your tithe, I'll open the windows of heaven. But you got to bring your tithe first. You see, it's the human factor that's always the variable. And in life, I just believe we just need to do our part. Pay the price. Let's not dodge the price. Let's pay the price required. If you want things to be clean, clean it. If you want to receive, sow seed. If you want returns, invest. Let us do our part, and you'll notice that life will take a new shape because you're no longer depending on God to take 100% of the equation, which is irresponsible. As our pastor said, any prayer or any expectation that makes God 100% responsible is irresponsible. It's an irresponsible prayer. We have to take responsibility. Take responsibility. I was with my mentor this afternoon and I was asking him some questions, some very sound questions about, what's next steps to take, what next moves to make. And it's very funny. Every question I asked him, he reversed it. I said, sir, okay, this. He said, okay, Ike, what do you think about this? And I told him, and he said, okay, follow your advice. Follow your advice. Then it dawned on me that, wait a minute, many times we know what to do. We actually know what to do, but we're asking people. Perhaps we think we're working towards it by asking people. But I've discovered that research or asking questions is no substitute for work. It's no substitute for actually working on that task. You can't ask your way to success in terms of asking questions but not doing anything about it. You can't research your way to success. You research and then you do it. You can't just be, asking questions all day long and going to different people. Yes, you may feel tired, physically exhausted, but you've not actually worked on the core tasks, what you know. It goes back again to the point, paying the price. Don't just think about paying the price. Don't just talk about paying the price. No, don't just sit and watch the price. I know this. This is what I need to do. This is what I need to pay to get to that level. This is what I need to do to get to that level, but I'm just going to stay there. The only way to get the results you desire is to do what you know. Pay the price. Pay the price. This week is going to be a different kind of week for me. It's going to be a different kind of week because I'm not going to go around asking too many questions because there's a lot of undone things that I know. I know that I need to do this, but I've not done it. So I'm going to exhaust and go and do those things. After I've done it to the best of my ability, then I'll seek for more advice. I think that's the position that we should all be in. That's how we should approach this new week and we should approach our lives. Don't be looking for somebody to tell you what to do. Do what you know and then give them feedback, and then give them your progress, and then ask for new instructions as you continue. That's the way. And that's a sign of a good student. A good student. Wow. It's a good week. It's a good week. I'm looking forward to this new week. The year is moving. The month is moving. The week is moving. The time is ticking. If you really want your dreams to be a reality, work on it. Stay on it. Don't be distracted. And I pray for grace as we enter this new week. Grace to stay on our tasks and to pay the price, to do what we know, and to take steps of faith. I pray that we receive this grace in Jesus' name. Amen. God bless you. And I pray you have a fruitful week. And I pray that you also be one of those stars who are in the sky as well, because each of us have a place in the top. If we're willing, if we're ready, and if we can see it, and if we're ready to pay the price, we'll get there. God bless you. See you at the top. Amen.